Each of 27 bricks has dimensions a times b times c, where a, b, and c are pairwise relatively prime positive integers. These bricks are arranged to form a 3 by 3 by 3 block, as shown on the left below. A 28th brick with the same dimensions is introduced, and these bricks are reconfigured into a 2 by 2 by 7 block, shown on the right. The new block is 1 unit taller, 1 unit wider, and 1 unit deeper than the old one. What is a plus b plus c? So the first thing that we're going to do is make a system of equations that relates a and b. The idea here is that we can look at the old dimensions and look at the new dimensions and compare those two. So first, looking at the depth, or whatever you want to call it, the edge of length 3a, we see that 3a, if we make it 1 unit longer, this will have the same length as 2b. So we're going to get 3a plus 1 is equal to 2b. Similarly, if we look at the height of both blocks, we're going to see that 3b plus 1 is equal to 2c. And then lastly, if we look at the depth of both blocks, we're going to see that 3c plus 1 is equal to 7a. So a, b, and c have to satisfy this system of 3 equations. Now note that these equations are linear equations, and so this is a system of 3 linear equations. There's going to be one solution, and you can use any method that you like to solve a system of equations. This will give you 19, 29, and 44 as the solution. So a plus b plus c is going to equal 92, which is E. Now, if you don't want to solve this system of equations outright, there are a few other tricks we can use. One way is to exploit the fact that a, b, and c are integers. And so we can look at these equations. Specifically, I'm going to focus on the third equation right here. So note that 3c plus 1 has to be a multiple of 7. This is going to tell us that 3c must be 6 mod 7. And we can divide both sides by 3. This will tell us that c is going to be 2 mod 7. Now, if we look at the second equation, knowing that c is 2 mod 7, we can similarly establish that b is going to be 1 mod 7. And then similarly, if we look at the first equation, knowing that b is 1 modulo 7, this will give us that 3a is congruent to 1 mod 7. And this will tell us that a has to be congruent to 5 mod 7. So the reason why we are looking at this modulo 7 is so that we can look at a plus b plus c modulo 7. So a plus b plus c is going to be congruent to 5 plus 1 plus 2, which is 1 modulo 7. Now, out of these answer choices, because they are all consecutive integers, they are all going to be different modulo 7. And all we need to do now is find the answer choice that is congruent to 1 modulo 7. That, of course, is going to be choice E.